Well, this world is dark, yeah, yeah. No walk in the park, yeah, yeah. Just like Noah and his ark, you gotta be your own light. Well, you gotta have faith, yeah, yeah. When you can't tell night from day, no. When you can't find a way to keep the thieves at bay, you gotta be your own light. Here comes the chorus. Well, there's no doubt about it. Well, there's no doubt about it. Well, there's no doubt about it. You gotta be your own light.
We're here at the Canadian Folk Music Awards nominee interview series, and here at the Imperial Theatre in downtown St. John, New Brunswick. And I'm here with Linda McRae, who's just come out with her 4th solo album, which has been nominated for a Canadian Folk Music Award. Congratulations, Linda.
Thank you so much. It's a real honor. We're really excited. Thanks.
Yeah, and I think this is your 4th solo.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
That's great. Let's just go back a little bit, because when I first met you, you were with this band from the West Coast.
That's right.
It was called Spirit
of the something, yeah. Yeah, I was with them for 8 years, and actually the first show we ever did was in Winnipeg at the West End Cultural Center, a tribute to Stan Rogers.
That's
and
where we met.
It was, and it was an amazing experience. I just being with that band for all that time was such a joy. We had so much fun. I got in right at the right time. You know, the band was on a real ebb, and we played every folk festival across Canada, which was just so much fun for me. I love getting to play the folk festivals because there's so much great music there. Yeah. Usually when you're out touring, you only get to hear yourself, so it's such a wonderful thing being able to recharge your batteries listening to all the other great music and everything. Yeah.
So you were with them for about 8 years, roughly, and then you went on to other bands?
Yeah, I actually did sort of mostly my own stuff, but I had I put a band together with Jesse Zubat and Steve Dawson from Zubat and Dawson, and I made a record right out of the starting gate after I left Spirit of the West. Colin Linden produced it, and we jumped in a van, got out of the tour bus and jumped in a van with 4 guys and traveled across Canada, and it was a wonderful experience. We had such a great time. And then they all started getting really busy, and so I ended up putting another band together, which was kind of a honky-tonk band, and did a record with a guy named Gerf Morlix from Austin, Texas, who I'd met at the Edmonton Folk Festival when I was with Spirit of the West. He was playing with Lucinda Williams.
And he worked with you on the new album
as well? He did, yeah. He was on the first record too, so yeah, he's a terrific guy.
So you've been a solo artist for quite a number of years now.
I have, yeah.
That's great.
Longer than I was actually in Spirit of the West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a good time?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now you're living in the States at the moment, is that correct?
Yeah, most of the time we're on the road more often, or more than we are at home. But I met my husband, who's also my manager and co-writer and booking agent, and met him online on Match.com.
Did you?
I did, yeah. In 2006, and then 2007 he asked me if I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? And I thought he was just joking, so I just, because of the music, I said Austin or Nashville. And he's American, being American, he said, well, we got to go do it. So we couldn't afford Austin, so
you went to Nashville.
We went to Nashville, yeah.
So there's some kind of music scene in Nashville.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Influencing your own music?
Well, I think the more the music around Nashville is kind of influencing me. When we first went to Nashville, everywhere we went, I was bursting into tears because I was seeing, Johnny Cash drive and just Hank Williams. We would walk into Tootsie's Orchid Lounge where Harlan Howard wrote Heartaches by the Number, and I just walk in there, and the vibe, I just burst into tears. And then there's another place called Hatch Show Prints, it's a hand letterpress company that's been in business for about 125 years, and all their posters are on the walls, and same thing, But it was just, I think the music that area is so steeped, and it's close to the Appalachians, and it's close to the Smokies, and the whole of Tennessee is just steeped in that music. And I think the banjo and Oh Brother Where Art Thou kind of led me to a lot of that music. And then actually going there, I got a Canada Council grant to study with a clawhammer banjo aficionado by the name of Brad Leftwich that I met at a banjo
Those were tax dollars
camp.
well spent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, they sure as heck were.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's been an incredible thing. And I went to some songwriting camps, and it's just really, it's really helped me a lot. I highly recommend it to anyone if you've ever been thinking about going and taking some form of lessons or classes or just investing in yourself. It's a really good thing.
Just fine. Then I hear an old freight rolling down the line. Then I hurry straight home and pack. And if I didn't go, I believe I'd blow my stack. I love you, baby, but you're gonna understand that when the Lord made me, He made a rambling man.
So I understand you're doing some work in prisons these days.
My husband James and I were invited to participate in the Arts and Corrections program at New Folsom Prison in California, which is actually we're going back in January. It'll be our third time there, and it was a much different experience than I had imagined. I had really no idea what to expect. Just sort of from my experience was just movies, but it's very different. It was the second time we went back there. I was quite surprised at my reaction because it was like going back to visit old friends. So while we're in New Brunswick and St. John here, we're actually going to be going to women's facility in Truro in Nova Scotia on Monday, and then Westmoreland in New Brunswick again for 2 days next week, working with the inmates there. There's a lot of incredible writers, and they have a lot of really interesting stories to tell. So that's what we've been doing. We've also, that work has led us to want to start an at-risk youth workshop program. So we're doing that as well, called Express Yourself.
Good for you.
Youth workshops. So
sounds like you're having a good time.
We are. We're having a great time, and I'm so thrilled to be nominated by the CFMA. It's just such a great honor.
Well, once again, congratulations on your nomination for a Canadian Folk Music Award, and best of luck.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.